Kscope 2015 in Florida.
Hi, it's John King. I'm here at ODTUG Kscope 15 in Hollywood, Florida, having a great time enjoying the surf. And I'm here to interview Matt Milella from Oracle's BI team. And I'm going to let him introduce himself to you because I know not everyone at Oracle or any of the user groups knows everything about all the many pieces of Oracle. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, sure. Oracle's a big company. We have lots of different stuff going on. I'm on the BI mobile team, so I specifically run the BI mobile apps, and we really have a couple different facets. We have the App Store apps, and then we have BI Mobile App Designer, and I run the teams that create those products.
Great. I first was exposed to BI Map Designer at a pre-release session last fall, and I really loved the idea. One of the things we really need in BI is a tool for users to make their own reports. What would you say is the single strongest feature of is it BI Mobile App Designer, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, in BI Mobile App Designer, really the key is, I think it helps customers kind of rethink their use cases into more small, very specific use cases. So if you look at the mobile device and what people do on mobile devices, they have an app that does one thing really well. You know, you have a Twitter app and it allows you to do tweets and post pictures and a few different use cases. But it's not trying to be everything. So, you know, you don't have one app for mail, calendar, and everything. You have a calendar app, you have a mail app. So BI Mobile App Designer really helps you create purposeful experiences, is what we call them. So when instead of an Uber dashboard that does everything, you're more thinking about what's that single use case that's really going to help my sales team or folks on the manufacturing floor. And you create kind of like these mini apps or smaller little apps that do one thing really well, and you create a whole bunch of them and then you deploy it to the end users. So that's really where I think the sweet spot is.
Okay, great. Talking about deployment, I mentioned as we were getting started this, I'm kind of a geeky guy. I'm always interested in the stack. I know this is based on Node and some other technologies. Is there a reason why you chose those kinds of technologies?
No, I mean, we're just, when we were building the product, we were just looking at modern open source, not necessarily open source, but modern technologies to enable modern mobile experience. So in mobile, pages need to be responsive and they need to be adaptive. So whether I use an iPad or I use an iPhone, or even if you look at some of the devices now, there's a whole category called phablets. You have these big phones. You know, I have an iPhone 6 Plus, and you know, if you have a Galaxy S Note, you know what I'm talking about. You want the application to adapt to your device. And in order to do that, you really need to use modern technologies and techniques. There's lots of different frameworks out there for that, and Node.js was one of a few that we used and we chose, and it enables really a good experience when you're on these devices, really no matter whether you're landscape, portrait, what the form factor is, and it just makes it a great experience for the users.
Great, yeah, I know that the appeal to that to me is that everybody can use it. They don't need to download any software. They've got the software they need right there on their machine. The browser's going to take them everywhere they need.
Yeah.
A lot of my customers that are doing BI, visualization is a really hot thing this year. What kind of features does Mobile App Designer have to promote visualization? Yeah,
it's a great question. We talk a lot about the visualization world and BI in general, but in Mobile App Designer specifically, it supports your standard charts, bar, pie, line, and I kind of think it's funny, I always joke around that those are probably what 95% of the users use most of the time. But it also has geocharts to be able to do maps, things like that. And then also you can integrate more complex visualizations. So you can create plugins and integrate things like D3 to do really complex visualizations. So out of the box, an end user or even a designer is going to be able to get those simple charts really easily, bar, pie, whatever. But if you want to get a little more savvy, you want to do something specific for your company, you can create a more complex visualization using our plugin extensions.
Very cool. I know this is a conference of developers. I know some people are worried when they have user-friendly tools that's going to work them out of a job. I think in this case, DBAs may be, and BI people may be more busy to support users with this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think the users are most interested in picking up their phone and getting that data. And so I think there is a user community that will do the authoring of these apps, but I think at the end of the day, it's just going to create more work for the developer, so to speak, or the power user in the group to create these mini applications. So, as opposed to having one Uber dashboard and then having to figure out the complexities of deploying that to all these laptops or devices, you just create these mini applications and they deploy with ease. So instead of spending your time worrying about like deployment and layout and other issues, you get to spend your time building more of these specific or purposeful applications, as we call them.
Yeah, as long as somebody's built that data layer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that it requires the BI, the OBI infrastructure, and that's what really powers it.
So is this your first Kscope?
No, I've been coming since I think 2009. I think
Nice.
this is number 6. So, I was formerly with the SmartView team, so I've spent a lot of time wearing various hats at Oracle, and have been able to enjoy Kscope for a long time.
Have you gotten to play in the surf any here while you're here?
Yeah, actually, I went for an open water swim this morning. So, got a swim workout in, and tasted the salt water. Live in Chicago, so we don't get that.
And the water's not nearly as warm in Chicago.
Yeah, no. It was actually quite
Not
quite
even
nice.
in the pool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if the members of our group would like to learn more about mobile app designer, where can they go?
There's a lot of great sessions this week. Certainly you can go to the Oracle pods and we can give some demos, ad hoc. Also, I have a couple hands-on labs that I'm either working with some other partners with, or help running myself. And those hands-on labs are from the most basic, where you're just authoring a simple experience or a simple app, and then we do have a more complex one where you're actually writing code, and you're gonna be deep into some of that open source technology you talked about, and you'll actually build your own visualization, with the plugin. So I just any of the hands-on labs and the sessions along those lines.
For those who can't be here at the conference, is there a website?
Oh, sure, yeah. Oracle Technology Network is a great place to start. If you just go to Google and search, Oracle BI Mobile App Designer, you'll find tons of pages, tons of resources. They also have a personal edition that you can download to your laptop and install and try it out.
Outstanding. Okay, great. Well, thank you for being here. Thanks for a great product.
Yep. Great to be here.
Seeing you next year.
Thanks.